Hey, didn't see you there. Step into my office and we'll talk about the shark attacks of 1916. As you can see from my scholarly desk, I've devoted much of my life to researching sharks. This guy here, his name was Baxter. I'll never forget him. I recently come up with a theory regarding what happened during the attacks of 1916. My team and I have gathered data and looked at the facts, and this is what we came up with.
Flashback to July of 1916. Imagine you are swimming in the ocean along the beautiful Jersey Shore in the middle of your vacation, or possibly even simply taking a break from your day job. Before you know it, you're dying. Of course, this is just putting you in a scenario, but this is what happened to 4 innocent people in the span of July 1st to July 12th, 1916. Sharks, which had previously been known as relatively harmless creatures, did the unthinkable. They attacked people. In addition to the unexpectedness of attacks in general, people were caught off guard because sharks typically did not go as far north as the Jersey Shore.
Many initially wondered, why did these attacks happen? Many theories have been discussed and proven. We have a theory of our own, though. We believe that the shark attacks were indirectly attached to reforms in labor and industry. Before we delve into the theory, though, here is an overview of the attacks: the when, the where, the who, and the what.
The first attack occurred on July 1st, 1916 in Beach Haven, New Jersey. A man by the name of Charles Epting Vanson had escaped the heat of Philadelphia by going to the shore. At approximately 6 p.m., Vanson was about 50 yards offshore when he was attacked. Vanson was pronounced dead at 6:45. In the days following the Vanson attack, many ship captains reported seeing large sharks off of the coast, but the Jersey Shore remained open. People were not that worried after the first attack. In fact, they did not even believe a shark had attacked. They thought the killer had been a turtle or some other fish.
5 days later, the next victim was taken. Charles Bruder was over from Switzerland to earn money and support his mother, who remained there. During his lunch break from his job, he usually went for a swim, and July 6th was no different. He went out fairly far into the ocean, off the coast of Spring Lake, and before he knew it, his legs were bitten off by a shark. He died shortly after.
6 days later, on July 12th, the last of the attacks occurred. A group of boys were swimming in a creek in Matawan when a shark attacked, killing an 11-year-old. Shortly after, Stanley Fisher, a man who tried to recover the body of the boy, was attacked and killed as well.
The shark attacks of 1916 in New Jersey have been forever remembered, as they changed our society's views of sharks, and that fearful mindset remains in place today. Why did these attacks happen? Different theories have been thought of since the attacks. These theories include that there was simply a rogue shark, or that the higher water temperatures attracted more sharks up the coast. We have a different theory. We believe that reforms in labor and industry led to the attacks. Reforms in labor and industry attracted more people to metropolitan areas near the Jersey Shore, such as New York City, and thus more trash. Some of this trash, which included food, had no place to go, so was dumped into the water. Horse and cattle carcasses were among the items dumped into the water. The increase in meat and blood in the water attracted sharks to the Jersey Shore area and probably made them more aggressive. There was more people to be aggressive towards as the shore as well. And what was that because of? Reforms in labor and industry.
Labor reforms in the late 1800s and early 1900s greatly altered life for the American working man. Labor unions vicariously campaigned for safer working conditions as well as an 8-hour workday. This shortened workday, once implemented, had many effects on the worker as well as the economy. With all this free time now available to them, working-class citizens spent an increasing amount of time participating in leisure activities. Amusement parks, sporting events, and beaches all boomed in popularity. The beach in particular became a great source of leisure. The beach's relative inexpensiveness and its ability to provide Americans an escape from the sweltering heat of cramped factories and congested cities made it a top choice of relaxation-seeking Americans. Americans arriving to the beach in droves seemed like a positive sign of improved life on the outside, but ended up spelling doom for a few unlucky travelers to the Jersey Shore.
Sharks are apex predators by nature. Easily agitated, sharks do not take threats to their territory, safety, or young very lightly. As the much larger and dangerous creature in the ecosystem, sharks had been relatively unbothered up until this time. However, with all the new free time afforded by an 8-hour workday, Americans poured onto the beach and, more importantly, into the water.
Humans were an unknown foe to the sharks, and fearing this potentially dangerous unknown, the sharks swam down towards the beach to defend themselves. Agitated and looking for blood, in part because of the increase of carcasses and food in the water, those sharks attacked.
It may not seem like an easy connection to make, but when you look at it from this perspective, it all comes together. An increase in population in cities such as New York City led to a surplus of carcasses and trash, some of which had to be dumped in the ocean, leading to an increase in sharks in the Jersey Shore region.
Labor reforms such as the 8-hour workday led to an increased amount of free time and participation in leisure activities, such as going to the beach.
With more people in the water, sharks became agitated and took matters into their own fins. There are two lessons to be learned here: that everything in our history connects with each other, and that it is important to exercise proper ocean safety.